Cartagena in Colombia is a kind of city where you can wake up to the golden light on colorful balconies, spend your afternoon diving in a sunken warship, and end the night dancing on a rooftop bar with parrots flying over your head. Cartagena is really incredible. If you're planning a trip and wondering what are the best things to do in Cartagena, I've got three things that cover every kind of traveler: the chiller, the diver, and the island hopper. Let's get into it. So Cartagena is unlike any other city in South America. The historic center is wrapped in sea and golden beaches. The streets burst with color and the locals live with this contagious joy. Selling goods, dancing, playing music, that just pulls you into the vibe. Whether you're here for 3 days or 3 weeks, these are the things to do in Cartagena that I've done and that you should add to your itinerary. The first thing to do in Cartagena in Colombia is honestly the simplest. It's just chill in the city. But some people forget about that the historic center is really amazing and you just have to discover yourself by walking into it. Wake up early before the crowd so you can take beautiful pictures. You just walk through the Centro Histórico, which is the main district center with all the beautiful houses. It's quiet in the morning, it's very magical with soft lights. It's really amazing. The streets will be empty in the morning, but after that, it will be more and more crowded and more difficult to chill, relax, and take beautiful pictures. And really don't hesitate to take many pictures and to walk through many streets because each one of them is very unique with all the colors of each different houses, balconies, plants or trees that you can have. It's really beautiful. Then next to the Centro Histórico is Getsemani, right next to it. And it's known for the street art and this kind of creative energy that you can find it. You have a lot of shops that sells paintings and all those paintings are so colorful and vivid and that really represent Cartagena. But it's also a little bit quieter. It depends which street you go to, but if you walk as well in the morning, you will have already the sellers putting the painting out in the streets to sell later in the afternoon. But at that moment, it's really magical because you have nobody but you and the seller. And you can bargain if you want a little bit, but also take beautiful pictures. And if you want a break from the old city, Boca Grande shows you the modern high rise of Cartagena. Though it doesn't quite capture the real spirit of Cartagena, but you have this kind of Miami vibe a little bit, with high buildings, everything is white, everything is a little bit more modern and stylish. This is the other part of Cartagena. But one hidden gem for you. Go to the Park Centenario. It's in the center of Cartagena, and there you can spot sloth and titi monkeys. It's truly amazing to see those animals, and also iguanas, but it's a little bit more common. But those three, but mostly the sloth and the titi monkeys, it's exceptional to see them in the park in the center of Cartagena. So go there and try to spot some. Normally, if I remember well, you have like 7 sloths and maybe 30 titi monkeys or something like that. And they're very approachable, those monkeys. You can have some coconut and just give it to them. It's kind of cute. And just if you walk into the park, if you do a walking tour also in Cartagena, you will pass by this park and the guys will give you some coconut and put it to you in your hands. I discovered that by pure randomly walking to the park, and I was seeing a lot of tourists looking at some trees. I started to look as well, and there you had a sloth. like for 2 weeks I was trying to find some sloth in Costa Rica and I haven't seen one, or one very far away, you couldn't see the head, but right there in the center of Cartagena you could find one. For me that was like so weird, but also happy to have seen one at least. And close by, you know. The second thing to do in Cartagena, it's basically to get out on the water. And specifically, book a day to the Islas del Rosario. I booked mine through Get Your Guide, and it covers 2 islands, snorkeling in crystal clear water, and a stop at the famous Escobar mansion. And even a small bonus, you can dive to see the plane that has fallen into the water. It's just there, and it's a little bit amazing. This is generally one of the most beautiful beach days in South America. Turquoise water, white sand, total relaxation, and enough adventure to keep the day interesting. Because let me remind you, you just doing some island hopping, you go snorkeling, you go Scuba house. This is kind of adventurous a little bit, but you have also times where you can just relax on the beaches and just do some sunbathing. If your itinerary includes one adventure day, this one might be the good one. Just to do a boat tour, an island hopping tour, you will see a lot during this tour. And the third thing to do in Cartagena in Colombia, if you love the ocean, is to do scuba diving. I did a session with Cartagena divers and we went 20 minutes from the port. And there are two incredible sites to dive. And one of them is the National Naval Museum, where you have sunken ships and they have become artificial reefs. And so it's covered in corals and you have a lot of fish all around. It's really beautiful. So I dive in few spots around the whole Colombia, and this one is literally my top 3 in scuba diving location in Colombia. The underwater world here is honestly one of the most underrated things to do in Cartagena in Colombia. And you don't need to be a pro to do scuba diving. If it's your first time and you're curious about it, you can do a first time session, and Cartagena divers do that every day. And well, honestly, if you don't know what to do in Cartagena, this is a really good activity. And just one bonus for you. You know, like the island hopping Islas del Rosario, it's a little bit adventurous, but if you want some more like relaxing time, you can go to the port and go directly to some boats that will bring you to some beaches or to some beach resorts, and you will just chill here the whole day. And at the end of the day, those same boats will bring you back to Cartagena. So you can just chill there on your lounge chair, you can just take your time. It's a type of Caribbean style holidays, if you want. Me, I prefer adventurous, so I haven't done this one, but I know it's quite common. When I was at the port to go to do the island hopping, I've seen many people just going to those beaches resort there. So that's my take on the best things to do in Cartagena. To chill in the city, to do some island hopping on Isla del Rosario, or to do scuba diving the sunken reefs. Colombia is safe, it's walkable, and it's full of hidden gems like this one. Once you're done in Cartagena, the coast keeps going. You have the Taganga Bay, I went there as well, and the scuba diving there, it's amazing. You have the Tayrona Park after that, or up into the mountains you have Minca. I've got a whole guide on combining adventure and budget travel through South America. The link is in the description. And if this Cartagena Colombia travel guide helped, drop a like or subscribe for more. And let me know in the comments which one of these 3 activities you will do first. See you at the next adventure.